The man was casually sipping his coffee when he noticed something off. His wife had definitely messed with his drink. A few minutes later, a sharp pain tore through his stomach. He knew right away he'd been poisoned, but instead of panicking, he clenched his teeth, stood up, and staggered to the balcony. He wasn't about to give her the satisfaction. Without a second thought, he threw himself off the building, and when his body hit the ground, completely still, his wife, she smiled, not a sad smile, a twisted, eerie one. She turned around, walked back inside, and rushed straight to his computer, typing in the password, ready to drain his accounts. But then, surprise, the computer needed more than a password. It required facial recognition. She ran back to the balcony, only to find his face had been completely destroyed from the fall. Panic set in, desperation, but then, an idea. She remembered an old friend, a sculptor. The next morning, she knocked on his door, put on her most heartbroken face, and told him her husband had passed. She asked if he could make a full-body statue of her late husband as a tribute, something to remember him by. The friend was deeply moved, touched by their longtime friendship, and seeing how devastated she looked. He agreed to help without hesitation. Just then, a strange noise came from upstairs. She looked up, confused, no one there. But what she didn't realize, someone had been listening. The sculptor's apprentice. He'd overheard everything, and from the moment he saw her, he knew something wasn't right. Still, his mentor shrugged it off. He'd known this couple for decades. That night, the sculptor got to work, painstakingly recreating every detail. A few days later, the life-sized statue was delivered to her home. It looked exactly like her husband, almost too real. She pointed the statue at the computer. Facial recognition scanned and worked. Boom. She was in. She transferred every last penny to her account. A smile spread across her face. Calculated. Victorious. But just as she leaned back to enjoy her success, she heard footsteps coming from right behind her, and they sounded familiar.